This is one of the most disturbing voicemails I've ever received. All right. You can call the voicemail line at 219-2-DAVID-P. I'll just play it. Okay. And then we'll discuss.
Bagels, Fakman.
Okay. Calling me bagel. I think that's anti-Semitic, right? I mean, is that what would you call a Catholic host bagel? I think not.
You must be trust funding it up to tell us the economy is doing great, dude.
I have no trust fund, sir. I have no trust fund.
I'm trolling so many of your commies on the threads here. This is great. Do you even go to the grocery store?
I do. I go to the grocery store. Yes, sir.
How is it? How much Soros money do you get?
We don't get any Soros money. No, I mean, is it because George Soros is Jewish and I'm Jewish that I must be funded by George Soros? Is that the idea?
Have that. I just loaded a bunch of people on train cars like your grandfather used to, that smirk. We know the kind. You must live in isolated, dude. You're not noticing anything? Now, why don't you have your buddy Pete fill some holes? We know he loves to stuff them.
That's a homophobic comment about Pete Buttigieg. So we have anti-Semitism, deranged general comments, and homophobia.
But we need our potholes fixed. I mean, $66 billion? You know he's going to send some of that shit over to Palestine before he lays any asphalt down here. So again, man, stop saying, show us. Like, everything costs more, portions are smaller.
Yeah, we've talked about inflation. I mean, certainly it's nothing that's been hidden on this program.
There's less people to work in the same establishment.
I think he means fewer people.
Obviously, he didn't add any of them jobs. So again, Dave, like, fun from your standpoint. I invite you to go work 8 hours with me. I'll pay you out of.
I work more than 8 hours a day. I don't have time to add another 8 hours to my workday. My workday is full.
My own pocket. I'll show you what retail work looks like in a high-end ski resort, dude. No more shilling. Like, you're underweight, you're thin, you can't.
You know, I just had my physical. I'm actually the perfect weight. The doctor said I've never seen someone with a perfect weight the way I see you.
Work out. I mean, you have a lot. You're not. You really think you represent the working class of America? Maybe you show us what it looks like outside one day. So tell your commie shells to keep coming at me, man. I love to fold them faster than Jill's breakfast tacos. This is what's great. Thanks. Have a great day. You're not that bad of a person, but I don't think you believe half the shit you're saying, dude.
All right. I'm not that bad of a person. That's certainly a ringing endorsement. That's seriously deranged. I mean, it's not really worth saying anything else about it, but seriously deranged stuff. These people exist and they're allowed to vote, and some of them do vote. On the bonus show, we'll talk about Kyrsten Sinema's new declaration that she doesn't care if she loses re-election. Good, because she's probably going to lose. Secondly, 41 states have now sued Meta, the parent company of Facebook, claiming that Instagram and Facebook are addictive and they are harming kids. What is the crux of the lawsuit? We will discuss. And thirdly, bond markets are being hit hard, which sounds sort of like a finance story. It is actually likely to impact all of us. We will discuss those stories and more on today's bonus show. Sign up at joinpakman.com. I'll see you then. So I wrote another book for kids. The first book was Think Like a Detective. The point of the first book was to teach kids critical thinking, which Republicans don't want them to learn, because when kids learn critical thinking, they don't vote for Republicans. The new book is Think Like a Scientist. This is a fun adventure teaching kids the scientific method. Again, Republicans aren't big on kids learning the scientific method, because when they do, they're less likely to fall for Republican lies about climate change and vaccines and so many other things. You can get the new book as well as the first one at davidpakman.com/book. This is part of the Adventures in Thinking series. Can you imagine that we're doing this? We are. davidpakman.com/book. 13,500 copies of the first book have sold. I'll bring you an update soon on sales for the second book. Think Like a Scientist, davidpakman.com/book.